If I could only choose one of Dr. Mod's handheld console mods, which one would it be? This is a question that I get in my DMs or I see in the comments very frequently, so I figured it's worth talking about. Which one would it be? That is a very difficult decision, but let's break it down and let's talk about it. Okay, so first things first, which handheld consoles does Dr. Mod do? Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by a mod, because Dr. Mod can mod just about everything. Dr. Mod modded my Back to the Future jacket so it made the air drying sound. But let's break down the different types of mods. You have cosmetic mods, and then you have software mods. Now, stuff like this Joker-themed Game Boy Advance is what I would consider a cosmetic mod. No games preloaded onto this, but there is a nice new screen and it's been reshelled and it actually has HDMI out. FYI, this is a giveaway in the Flintstones Lucky Egg Machine. The other type of mod that Dr. Mod can do is a software mod. That is where you have a console where the software is modified and has the potential to hold tons and tons of game ROMs. I actually really enjoy both types of mods. So for the sake of this video and this question, we're going to focus on consoles that have software mods. I'm assuming you're asking for a console that can house a ton of game ROMs. Something you can take on the go and have all kinds of games at your fingertips, right? And for me personally, that narrows it down to just two of Dr. Mod's consoles. The PlayStation Vita and the new Nintendo 3DS. I say the new one because this is going to allow you to play any game that has come out for the DS or the 3DS. Which games can the 3DS play? Well, just about everything from the 3DS back. So every Game Boy game, every Game Boy Color game, Game Boy Advance, DS, and of course 3DS. And it can also play Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx, stuff like that. What exactly does the PlayStation Vita mod play? With this, you can play obviously all the PlayStation Vita and PSP games, but you'll also be able to play Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and it actually handles N64 games pretty well also. So really, what it comes down to, what type of game are you looking to play? You want the Nintendo games? Or do you want the PSP and Vita games? If I had to choose one of these mods, it would be very, very difficult, which is why I own multiples of both of them. On a trip like we're taking this weekend to Disneyland, I take them both with me. Outside of all of the awesome games that are on both of these consoles, the four games that really make it hard to decide, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D, which is the remakes for the Nintendo 3DS, are amazing. I could play through those games endlessly. But we have Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker on the PSP, which you can play on the Vita, which in my opinion are two of the best handheld games to ever grace a handheld console. So that being said, and not knowing which direction you might be leaning, I think the portable mod that I could not live without would probably be the Vita. You got stuff like Final Fantasy VII Advent Children and the Metal Gear Solid games, which I just can play over and over again. And again, this is a personal choice and a very tough one at that. If you asked me on another day, I may have gone with the 3DS. If you want to know more about Dr. Mod's cosmetic modifications, like a console reshell or something like that, I plan on making one of these videos for those consoles as well because they are beautiful. If you would like to hit up Dr. Mod, I have his email linked in the description below. And if you want to know what my favorite console mods of his are, you should check out this video right here because my #1 console mod by him will probably shock you. And now I have a live stream to set up for. Alexa, turn on the arcade. We'll see you next time.